Have you ever wondered why data literacy is crucial in today's world? Welcome to the age of data, where every click, every like, every purchase and every decision is captured, analyzed and used to shape our world. As technology evolves and data volumes grow, so does the importance of data literacy. Data literacy is the ability to read, work with, analyze and communicate with data. It's not just about understanding graphs or spreadsheets, but about understanding the stories that data tells and the questions it can answer. It's about making sense of the complex, interconnected world we live in. In various industries, from healthcare to finance, education to entertainment, data is king. It's used to predict trends, improve services, drive innovation, and make informed decisions. Imagine a hospital using patient data to predict disease outbreaks, or a retailer using sales data to optimize product placement. These are just a few examples of how data literacy can drive success. But what happens when we're not data literate? The consequences can be dire. Misunderstanding data can lead to poor decisions, wasted resources, and missed opportunities. In a business context, it can mean the difference between growth and stagnation, success and failure. Data literacy is also a key to personal empowerment. With it, we can make informed decisions about our health, finances, and even our political choices. Without it, we're at the mercy of those who understand data better than we do. Moreover, data literacy isn't just for data scientists or analysts, it's for everyone. From the CEO to the intern, from the teacher to the student, we all need to be able to understand and use data effectively. Finally, let's not forget about ethics. With great power comes great responsibility. Being data literate means not only understanding data, but also understanding its limitations, its potential biases, and the ethical implications of its use. So, whether you're a professional seeking to enhance your skills or a curious mind wanting to understand the world better, data literacy is a must-have skill. It's not just about navigating the digital world, but about shaping it. Data literacy isn't just a skill, it's a necessity in today's data-driven world. To understand data analysis, imagine you are a detective. Picture this, a dimly lit room filled with seemingly unconnected clues. This is your crime scene, your data set. It's a chaotic mess of information waiting to be deciphered. Each scrap of paper, each fingerprint, each speck of dust is a data point. They're tiny fragments of a larger story waiting to be pieced together. Your role as the detective is to make sense of this chaos. You need to sift through the evidence, meticulously examining each piece, looking for patterns, for relationships, for anomalies. This is the essence of data analysis. It's about making sense of the disorder, finding the narrative hidden within the noise. But how do you approach such a task? Well, first, you need to understand your crime scene, your data set. What does it represent? Where does it come from? What variables are at play? These are your initial questions, the starting point of your investigation. Next, you delve deeper, examining the data points closely. You're looking for patterns, trends, correlations. Are there any pieces of evidence, any data points that are unusually connected? Or perhaps there are outliers, anomalies that stand out from the rest. These could be your key leads, the breakthroughs that crack the case wide open. Now, this is where your analytical skills come into play. You need to question everything, challenge your assumptions, test your hypotheses. Is the pattern you've found a genuine insight or just a coincidence? Is the outlier a critical clue or merely a distraction? You also have to consider the quality and reliability of your evidence. Is the data accurate, reliable, unbiased? Or could it be misleading, flawed, corrupted? This is crucial, as the integrity of your investigation hinges on the trustworthiness of your data. In your quest for the truth, you might also employ various statistical techniques. These are your forensic tools, helping you to uncover the hidden patterns, to quantify the relationships, to validate your findings. They provide the objective, mathematical proof to back up your analytical insights. Throughout this process, you're continuously refining your understanding, adjusting your theories, honing your analysis. It's an iterative process, a cycle of exploration and refinement, of questioning and discovery. And with each new insight, each breakthrough, you're getting closer to cracking the case, to revealing the story hidden within the data. It's a challenging task, no doubt. It requires patience, critical thinking, a keen eye for detail, but the rewards are tremendous. Because once you've pieced it all together, once you've cracked the case, you've uncovered a story, a truth, a revelation that was hidden in plain sight. And that's the power of data analysis. It's the ability to make sense of the chaos, to find the narrative within the noise, to turn raw data into meaningful insights. Just like a detective, a data analyst uses clues to unravel the bigger picture. How does a data analyst apply their skills in the real world? This question leads us into the heart of data analysis. It's all about applying analytical skills to real-world scenarios. Consider this scenario. A retail business wants to predict future sales trends to better manage inventory. The data analyst steps in, armed with vast sets of data, analytical tools, and a keen mind. They sift through sales data, identify patterns, and use predictive analytics to forecast trends. This isn't about just crunching numbers. It's about interpreting the story those numbers tell and using it to guide business decisions. Or picture a different scenario. A healthcare provider wants to improve patient outcomes. The data analyst dives into medical records, patient surveys, and treatment outcomes. They analyze this data to identify areas of improvement. Perhaps they find that a particular treatment is less effective than others, or that patient satisfaction dips on weekends. This is real-world data analysis in action, turning raw data into actionable insights. In another context, imagine a city planner trying to optimize public transportation routes. The data analyst examines travel patterns, peak times, and passenger feedback. They use this data to suggest more efficient bus routes, or to identify where a new subway station could significantly reduce travel times. This is the essence of a data analyst's role: to make sense of complex data sets and apply their findings to real-world scenarios. It's about more than just understanding data. It's about using that understanding to inform decisions, solve problems, and create value. Data analysts are like detectives sifting through clues to solve a mystery. Only their clues are data points, and their mystery is how to best use those data points to drive real-world decisions and actions. The scenarios we discussed are just a few examples of the myriad ways in which data analysts apply their skills every day. From retail to healthcare, city planning to marketing, data analysis is everywhere. It's in every decision made, every strategy formulated, and every problem solved. The ability to apply analytical skills in real-world scenarios is what sets a great data analyst apart. It's what turns data into action, and it's what makes data analysis such a powerful tool. But how can data analysis create solutions to business problems? Well, let's dive right into it. The process of creating data-driven solutions begins with the transformation of raw, unprocessed data into valuable, actionable insights. This conversion isn't magic, though. It's a meticulous process that requires a keen eye for detail and sharp analytical skills. Picture this: a warehouse filled with a jumble of puzzle pieces. That's your raw data. It's vast, it's messy, and it's hard to make sense of. But hidden within this chaos are patterns and trends that can tell a compelling story about your business and its environment. The first step is to organize this data, much like arranging puzzle pieces by color or shape. We call this data cleaning and preparation, and it's a crucial stage that involves removing errors, dealing with missing values, and ensuring data consistency. Without this step, the data becomes a breeding ground for misleading results. Once our data is clean and ready, we move on to analysis. This is where we put our analytical skills to work, transforming those organized puzzle pieces into a coherent picture. We look for patterns, correlations, trends, and anomalies. We make use of statistical techniques to interpret the data, to understand the story it's trying to tell us. Now we're on to the exciting part: creating solutions. Having analyzed the data, we can now generate insights that can solve business problems. Does a certain product sell better in a particular region? Is there a noticeable trend in customer behavior? These insights are not mere observations. They guide decision-making and strategy formulation, helping businesses operate more efficiently and effectively. Ultimately, data-driven solutions are about harnessing the power of data to make informed decisions. They're about turning the abstract into the concrete, the complex into the simple, and the unknown into the known. They're about finding the story hidden within the numbers and using it to drive positive change. To sum it up, the process of creating data-driven solutions is like solving a complex puzzle. It's challenging, yes, but the reward is a clear picture that can guide your business towards success. Data-driven solutions are the future of problem-solving in business. How does data analysis enhance critical thinking skills? This question is more than just a curious pondering. It's a gateway to understanding the intricate relationship between data analysis and critical thinking. Data analysis isn't a linear process. It's a complex journey through mountains of information where the path isn't always clear. This journey requires us to think critically at every step. We need to question the data, challenge our assumptions, and constantly re-evaluate our conclusions. In the world of data, things are rarely black and white. To truly understand the story that data is telling, we need to view it from multiple perspectives. This is where critical thinking comes into play. By challenging our initial interpretations and considering alternative viewpoints, we can gain a deeper understanding of the data. Data analysis also encourages us to be skeptical. We learn not to take information at face value, but to dig deeper, to scrutinize the source, to consider the context. This skepticism is a key component of critical thinking. It pushes us to question, to probe, to search for the truth hidden beneath the surface. Moreover, data analysis helps us develop problem-solving skills. When faced with a complex data set, we have to figure out how to make sense of it. This involves identifying patterns, making connections, and drawing conclusions. These are all critical thinking skills that we can apply not just in data analysis, but in everyday life as well. So, you see, data analysis and critical thinking are closely intertwined. The former provides a platform for the latter to grow and flourish. It's a symbiotic relationship, each one enhancing and enriching the other. So, next time you dive into a data set, remember, you're not just crunching numbers. You're embarking on a journey of critical thinking. You're honing your ability to question, to challenge, to probe, to solve. Data analysis isn't just about numbers, it's about thinking critically and creatively. It's about seeing beyond the obvious and uncovering the hidden truths. It's about becoming a better thinker, a better problem solver, a better decision maker. And that in itself is a skill worth enhancing. How can you tell if your data is reliable? That's the question we're going to tackle in this segment. Evaluating the quality and reliability of data is a critical step in the data analysis process. It's like being a detective, sifting through clues and evidence to determine what's trustworthy and what's not. Quality data is accurate, complete, consistent, and relevant. But what does that mean in practice? Let's break it down. Accurate data is free from errors and is a faithful representation of what it's supposed to measure. It's like having a compass that always points true north. It guides your analysis in the right direction. Complete data has no missing values or gaps. It's like a jigsaw puzzle with all the pieces in place, providing a clear picture of the situation at hand. Consistent data adheres to a standard format and definition. It's like having a recipe where all the measurements are in the same units, making it easy to follow and understand. Relevant data is directly related to the question or problem you're trying to solve. It's like having the right tools for the job. They make your work easier and more effective. But even high-quality data can be unreliable if it's biased or contains errors. Bias can creep in during data collection, such as when a survey question is worded in a way that influences responses. Errors can occur during data entry or processing, like when a decimal point is misplaced or a zero is added or omitted. So how do you identify these potential issues? By scrutinizing your data sources, methodologies, and results. Check the credibility of your data sources. Review your data collection and processing methods for potential sources of bias or error, and cross-verify your results against other reliable sources or benchmarks. Remember, your analysis is only as good as the data it's based on, so ask tough questions, be skeptical, and don't take anything at face value. Reliable data is the foundation of good data analysis. And building that foundation takes time, effort, and a discerning eye. But the payoff? More accurate, reliable, and insightful results. And isn't that what data analysis is all about? What role do statistical techniques play in data analysis? Statistical techniques are integral to data analysis, opening up a world of insights and conclusions that would otherwise remain hidden. Think of these techniques as the magnifying glass that brings the details into focus, revealing the patterns and trends that lie beneath the surface of raw data. Statistical techniques provide us with a robust framework for testing hypotheses, giving us a way to cut through the noise and find the signal. They allow us to quantify the degree of certainty or uncertainty we have about our findings. For example, statistical techniques like regression analysis can help us understand and quantify relationships between variables. They can show us how a change in one variable might impact another, providing powerful insights for decision-making. Beyond this, statistical techniques also allow us to make predictions about future trends based on past data. Techniques such as time series analysis can reveal patterns of change over time, helping us forecast future events. Understanding these techniques is like having a crystal ball to gaze into the future, guiding strategic decisions and planning. Meanwhile, statistical techniques like cluster analysis can help us identify groups or segments within a dataset. This can be particularly useful in areas like market research, where understanding different customer segments is crucial for developing targeted strategies. Moreover, these techniques can help us evaluate the quality and reliability of our data. They give us ways to identify and deal with potential biases or errors, ensuring that our analysis is as accurate and reliable as possible. In essence, statistical techniques are the backbone of data analysis. They are the tools that allow us to transform raw data into meaningful insights, guiding our decisions and strategies. Without these techniques, we would be left navigating the vast ocean of data without a compass, lost amidst the waves of information. So, to answer the question, what role do statistical techniques play in data analysis? They play an essential role. They are the maps that guide us, the tools that help us dig deeper, and the keys that unlock the hidden treasures within our data. Statistical techniques are the tools that help data analysts make sense of complex data sets. So, what have we learned about data analysis? In this journey through data literacy, we've discovered the importance of analytical skills in dissecting real-world data scenarios. We've seen how critical thinking and analysis come together to create data-driven solutions, shaking up the status quo and driving business forward. We've learned to view data from multiple perspectives, honing our critical thinking. We uncovered the necessity of evaluating the quality and reliability of data, understanding that recognizing biases and errors is a crucial part of the process. We've also delved into the complex world of statistical techniques, understanding their role in data analysis. These techniques aren't just mathematical tools, they're the keys to unlocking the stories hidden within the data. In essence, data literacy goes beyond merely understanding data. It's about utilizing this knowledge to make informed decisions, to question, to discover, and to innovate. Remember, data literacy isn't just about understanding data, it's about using it to make informed decisions.